That's up and running.
Yeah, I'm not a caster, so I won't be talking. Just so you know.
That's cool, yeah.
At least not much.
I can solo cast, it's not that big of a deal.
So let's see what's going on over here. Alright, we need to get our players in. They're struggling to get in the lobby. Cat, get out of there.
Okay. Just 1 second, guys. Trying to fix something. Alright. So Jeff already in? Yeah, he is. Okay. Okay. Looking at least half decent. Keep that on.
Let's see who's on what team. I know FX is blue. Hit blue. Why am I being DM'd?
Okay.
Oh wait. Is it oh. I like
What?
I put you on spectate blue, like it's faded eclipse blue. Now let's see. Tinoko, who's Tinoko? Okay, Tinoko's on there. Vicious, where's Vicious? He's on there. Jesh. Jesh. Okay.
Okay, so there's any rosters.
Jesh, Dizzy. Who the heck's Jambo?
I believe Jambo is Valkyrie's.
Okay, I think it's on there. Hey, what's wrong with the settings? He left. Okay.
No.
Okay, can you read me the roster so I can know who's in
Yeah, gotcha.
what team? Just one
Yeah.
of the team's roster, it doesn't matter who.
Yeah, I can. Okay, so Glass and Foot has Legit, J. Coley,
Okay.
Bolter,
Okay.
Casual, Super
Uh,
Ellis.
Super Ellis, are they in here? No, who's Papa Herf?
Papa Herf is Glass, he's next on it.
Okay.
Spoiled Milk, the
I don't
Ninth
think they're on
God,
here. Okay.
Serenity,
Sorry, he's in the game.
Chaos.
Yeah, what about... Who's Mr. Danny Dan?
Does not look like he is on glass and foot.
I think he's supposed to come into our group. Hold on, I'm gonna invite him to our group.
Okay.
Okay, now sewers, Valkyries.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do these SRs. You wanna read me the SRs and I'll calculate them?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay, for Valkyries, because Jeff hasn't sent me their list yet.
for
So, Jambo.
Alright, 1 second. Jambo is a 2500.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tanoko.
Tanoko. He is a 2500.
Jeshki.
Jiski. He is a 2000.
Alrighty. Vicious Day.
Vicious Day. He's a 2000 as well.
Okay, well, Dizzy's 2750, I know that.
Yeah.
And FX, what, 2250?
X is a 2750.
2750. Okay, they're exactly on cap. Mr. Danny Dan is the Valkyrie, so that's blue. Yes. Look at the meme they put in players match chat. Okay, so legit is
Casual.
2750.
That's great.
I know, right? Okay, so legit, you know, chaos. I don't know who Jay is. Oh, Jake Coley. Volter and casual. Okay, so casual, Volter, Jake Coley, legit are already on there. So you know, Tomy or Super Ellis and Chaos versus Chaos. Chaos for
Let's go see more Chaos.
Serenity.
Excited.
I believe that is that. Right?
Let's see. Bolter, casual, chaos, Jacoli, legit. Yep, that's right.
Alright, let's get the readies from the team.
Okay. And we can get started. Let's go.
Wait, I think we're missing someone.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go to stream team real quick.
I think Bolter said he found like someone that could do it, but
Yeah, that's why I just tagged him if that guy is joining.
if not, solo cast is fine. I don't mind.
Did they say ready? If not, I'll just start it right now. Fuck it.
Legit
Okay, one said
ready.
ready.
We need Valkyrie. Okay, stream. Let's try to make this less boring. So my prediction, coming into this was a, I think if I believe right, it was a 3-1 was what I said on the podcast, and I'm gonna stick by that. 3-1 in favor of Glass and Foot. Definitely the superior team in my opinion at the moment.
Is the podcast out already?
No, I was on, so I just know everything I was saying.
Give us an insight. Let's go.
I can. It's just I have to watch it or
Well,
listen to
you
it.
can't watch a podcast.
That's what I meant. That's why I said, listen. Hey, you can watch a
God
podcast.
dang it, Faded.
You can watch a computer screen while the podcast is playing. I mean, you're not watching it.
You're watching the computer screen, not the podcast. Okay, I said it already.
Okay, let's do it then.
I think 3-2 for Tiff.
Oh, you think 3-2? Okay. That's what some people are saying, and
Now
other people
arriving
are
at
saying as well.
neutral tower.
So
I
you're
need to sneeze.
not in a bad lineup there. Okay.
Wait, they said that they were ready. Now they're saying that they're not. Hold on. Pause test. Okay, pause Rix.
There was no match chat? What? He lost chaos.
Yeah, match chat is supposed to be off,
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
so I turned it off, or I didn't mess with it.
Yeah, that's fine. Pause works, okay.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. Is like FX not ready, or
Initiating match.
I'm guessing she's ready. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. This is a strong Glass and Foot team coming into this one with Valkyrie's Ascent trying to shake off a loss against uh shoot, I'm trying to remember. Oh no. I'm so bad. Results. Against
Wasn't it?
Aftermath. It was
Yeah,
Aftermath.
Aftermath.
I'm trying so hard to remember. Like I said, actually, shoot, the podcast still isn't out yet. Well, never mind.
Ready for
Um,
battle.
I think Valkyrie's Ascent is a good team. They just have to come into this with a strong start because if they don't, I think Glass and Foot could really want to run away with this one. If they want to compete with this one, they have to have a strong start. They have to show up early on in the first map, and if they can do that, I think this will be a real good series. I still think Glass and Foot takes it though. I mean, the DPS lineup is, in my opinion, just so great on Glass and
Cough,
Foot.
casual Smurf cough.
One.
So
Capture.
with Casual and Bolter, I'm not a part of that drama. With Casual and Bolter on the DPS, I just have a lot of faith in what Glass and
Cough,
Foot
there's a lot of
can do.
memes. Cough.
uh, Dizzy on the May actually, not on the signature hit scan. That similar Rhine Sigma. They're gonna have a Pharah running from Casual. Casual is gonna pick off Jambo early, so the main heal, one of the main heals for inside of Valkyries is dead. Jesky's gonna end up picking off Jay Coley, but Jay Coley's gonna get vicious in the meantime. Izzy is on point now. Looks like they're just gonna try to play for a little contest. There's a res gonna happen for legit on res Jay Coley, and it looks like Glass and Foot is gonna take early control of this. Jesky is gonna die, but he's gonna res back up. But with Kinoko and Dizzy falling here, this fight is definitely in favor of Glass and Foot. And it looks like this one is gonna be over with Valkyrie's Ascent needing to back up. A good counter charge on the part of Jay Coley, a really, really smart move. This is a guy that I think is an underrated main tank in the league and someone that I personally have watch out for. And I honestly, if Vicious Day doesn't step up, Jay Coley is going to have a day here. Excuse my bad
Hey,
pun.
Jake only is only a mid-tier tank, according to whoever said in the podcast that one day.
I personally don't agree with that one. I think Jay Coley is one of the better ones. A good Justice coming out, and Casual is going to get knocked down, but he's going to get 2 in the meantime. There is going to be a charge on a Bolter, but it's just all Casual on the kill feed. Jay Coley is going to die, but it's not really going to matter here. Vicious Day falling as well, staggering out a bit, and Jay Coley's going to get back before... And with Jesky falling as well, it's not really going to matter because Jay Coley's going to get the res. Just a bit of a stagger there for Valkyrie's Descent. I'm surprised they haven't switched over to a hits. Oh, they just did. Never mind, I'm stupid. Dizzy is on that McCree now, but with the way Casual's playing, he definitely knows how to play around the walls and really use line of sight to benefit him here. Valkyrie's Descent needs to make a move right now. They're just kind of sitting around letting Casual poke damage into them. Dizzy is going to die here. He's going to get pushed off the map. Casual playing really intelligently right now. And he might be able to pick off the enemy Moira before he can get outside. She does get inside, but it's still a 5v6 at the moment. A Shatter does come out, and it does get Chaos. There's another Shatter, and Casual's gonna get another 2-piece. There's gonna be a blue, not a Blizzard, a Reaper Hole coming out, and it's gonna get 3. And it looks like this one is gonna be over. Glass and Foot taking it a clean 100-0 with Casual just dominating the air the entire match.
Score.
Or map.
Did we calculate the SR for Glass and Foot?
Yeah. They
Okay.
well, legit calculated it, and it looked right.
All right, we'll trust him.
I mean, you know, if you're gonna calculate it for me, I'm gonna take your word for it, and then I'll calculate it after the map.
He's a mod, and both founders are on that team. I'll trust him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they got it. I have faith in
They're
Chaos.
definitely not the team who wants.
So, Glass and Foot taking that really cleanly. Valkyrie says, this is what I'm talking about, though. If they cannot show up early, it's gonna be a slaughter fest, and Glass and Foot proving my point, straight ahead.
Oh, Glassman puts the blue, right? I mean red.
The red, yeah. Looks like Glass and Foot gonna get early point control here. They're gonna keep the space going for them. They are going to pick off Bolter, so the majority of the damage on the side of Glass and Foot is dead now, but the McCree is still alive. And it looks like Valkyrie does not want to give this point over without at least a little bit of contest, but it is going to happen due to the big Lucio boot keeping him off of it. J. Coley getting frozen up. Needs to get healed by his healers. He is going to be doing that. And with Jambo falling, this is definitely looking in favor of Glass and Foot. And with FX falling as well, it's now officially a 3v6 in favor of Glass and Foot. It's all Glass and Foot in the kill feed. And yet again, another fight favoring nothing but Glass and Foots. It seems to be the play of the tank right now. Jay Coley did not get punished for what he was doing. And the fact they can't punish that just shows how little communication Valkyrie's is having at the moment. I mean, he was behind a Mayhole having 0 heals. I mean, Foot holding forward here. A definitely good approach if you're wanting to keep as much point control as possible. Dizzy is going to be up top on the May, trying to get some free damage poke in. Valkyrie's playing a really passive game right now. There's going to be a high noon coming out from Casual. He's going to pick up Geshki. And Dizzy throwing in the Blizzard, but going to die in the process from Bolter. And FX going for the res, but getting picked off. Both of the teams popping Coalescence, but the Coalescence on the side of Glass and Foot being more useful here. A Shatter coming out from Glass and Foot as well. Hold on, I need to... and res might have to be invested, but it might not even be on cooldown at the moment. Or off cooldown. There's going to be a Sigma ult thrown in as well to help prevent Valkyrie's Descent from being able to touch. FX is going to pop ult and die using ult. Jesky isn't even going to make it to the point. I don't even think Valkyrie's Descent is going to touch point here. Glass and Foot with a clean 200-0. And as I was saying, I don't think this is going to be a match if Valkyrie's Ascent doesn't show up early. And so far, they have shown me literally nothing for me to go off of to even make a case for this. And if they play like this the entire series, well, giving them a 3-1 at the beginning was generous. Casual playing Pharah really well here. Playing on Dizzy's line of the sights. But playing aggressive at the same time was a really good playstyle, allowing him to get as much damage in as possible without forcing his Mercy to go for dangerous reses. It was really impressive.
Epic.
So Glass and Foot taking a 1-0 lead at the moment. Not really standout plays from any of them. In all honesty, once more, this is a team that I regard as a team that just everyone plays well. It's not one person carrying this, and they just kind of prove my point once more. Besides
What's the
Bolter,
next map?
I don't know.
Amora, I think.
I don't know. I
think
would
it's
take a
Amora.
look. Yeah, okay. As I was saying, Bolter. Besides Bolter getting picked off early a few times in a couple fights, it really wasn't. There was no real glaring issues in their gameplay. They had really good cohesion, and it just shows that they're overall a more stuck together team than what Valkyrie's was looking like. They didn't look like Valkyries came into each map with a plan, and it really showed. As for Valkyries, I think you just have to win the tank war. The DPS war isn't something that you should really be trying to win at the moment, because yeah, you have Casual on, but if you can win the tank war, Casual's gonna be forced to get onto the point, and there's no way he can 1v6. I mean, the guy's good, but he's not that good. It's not possible. So you need to force the close engagements. You need to force casual to be out of his comfort zone, and the best way to do that is to eliminate J Coley. And it looks like Chaos is going to be playing that DPS that tank role beside J Coley. So eliminate both of them, and you're going to force casual into an uncomfortable situation. That is my main that should be the main priority of Valkyries. And whether or not they actually are able to perform that here is going to be is what we're going to have to see.
Kitty, come here.
Bit of a surprise for me not seeing Sewer in on the tank actually. Someone
Who just left? This is Dizzy.
yeah, it was Dizzy. Someone that I think was quite good at main yesterday or last week on main tank, not yesterday. Um, so I would not be surprised if we saw him getting brought in here.
Okay. Let's see. Ellis. Casual. Who's in? Okay, casual. If only I could read. Okay. Okay. Is Bolter in here? Okay, no, he's not. Okay. Is Chaos in here? No, he's not.
No, we're taking Chaos
Okay.
out.
Okay, so Jake Holy's in there. Tommy's in there. Casual's in there. And Serenity, so let's swap that out.
Okay, looks like Dizzy's not gonna be in this map. Well, that right there is gonna be a disadvantage. If Dizzy's not playing, you're automatically at a big
Who's the name of
disadvantage
his?
DPS wise.
I don't know who this is. Sewer. I don't know who Jumbo is. Is he like a co-captain or something?
Jambo? He might be a co-captain. I can look. Give me a second. Jambo.
Okay, so Sewer.
He's not a co-captain, I don't think.
Okay, well, he just DM'd me their lineup. I don't know why. Lusky, that's. Who the hell's. Is Lusky even here?
Yeah, it looks like FX posted in match chat anyway.
Yeah, I don't know who Lusky. Lusky's not even here. Oh, FX puts it in match.
Who's Fresh Milk?
Who the what? Sewer, Noko, Jesh, Danny. Who's Lusky?
Yeah, I don't know who Lusky is.
I'm gonna ask.
Oh, I think they mean Lucky. It's Seamare. It's the Seamare guy. The Seamare.
Emir?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So Sewer's on there, Jesh is on there, Tinoko's on there, Jambo's on there. So they take out Vicious.
If I remember correctly, yeah, I was right. Seamare.
Oh, okay. So who do we need to take out?
So you need to take out. It looks like. Is FX on? FX needs to get taken out.
FX needs to be taken out.
Yeah, FX needs to get taken out. And it looks like Jesh is in. Looks like Jambo's supposed to be in. Tanoko. I think that's the lineup. Sewer, Tanoko, Jesk, Danny, Jambo, Lusky. Yeah, that's the lineup.
To ping him. Okay.
Yeah, so he'll decide, I guess. Okay.
Good.
So it looks like we got some pretty good changes going on for both sides. Ninth God coming in for Chaos to play that tank. I'm gonna be excited to see that. Seeing him on the Sigma last week was it wasn't on par with Chaos's, but I think it definitely had some potential.
I'm gonna tag J. Coley. I'm gonna tag J. Coley since neither legit nor the two founders are in right now.
And I also think Super Ellis, he didn't have a show out. Like, His Junkrat was really impressive. He had some pretty good tires, but he was
Looks like some
quiet
milk.
besides those. So yeah, I don't know who Fresh Milk is actually.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't even know who this person joined.
Yeah,
Spectate. Red.
are they on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm excited for
Okay,
that.
well.
As
Okay,
for
so Glass
VD,
of Foot's ready.
yeah. As for VD, I don't know a lot about VD. I saw their game and I did see I did see some a performance that I was not a fan of, so I don't really know who to look out for here. Besides Sewer being someone that I think Jay Coley needs is gonna like it's that's the matchup I'm looking at. Sewer versus Jay Coley. Like what is Sewer gonna be able to do to stop this guy from walking over top of him? And he has to stop him. I mean, if he doesn't, well, Casual's just gonna be free reign again. And with Super Ellis on that most like that Junkrat, I mean, it's just gonna be so much damage coming out on the side of Glass and Foot.
Sorry about that.
Are you good? Okay, hopefully Lusky will tell us if he's ready or not. Is he
This Triton guy. Bolter. Don't confuse me, Bolter.
Triton FC?
Did you join? Oh, okay.
I think that's the guy that was supposed to be casting with us.
Yeah, I just invited him to the group.
Okay. GDI, I don't know what he's doing. Hasn't
What does
played.
GDI even mean?
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm freaking young as hell. I don't even know what that means. What?
I think FX and I had the same age. I don't. What?
Man, I'm young. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna see.
What the hell?
I hope he knows what they should. Oh, it's a messing me.
I don't even know what. Oh my god, that's weird.
Oh, okay. That's an actual abbreviation? What?
What does it stand for?
I can't say it on stream.
God damn it.
No,
Oh.
don't say it on stream. Gosh, you're gonna get me in trouble with legit or freaking Trill. My senpai will punish me. What are you doing? Oh gosh.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what's
Hello.
going on, dude?
Do we need 3 casters for one game?
He's not
I'm not a
casting,
caster.
and I've just been solo
Oh.
casting. So if you want to cast with us, it's fine. I don't really care.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll cast with you.
Okay. Okay, she's saying they're ready. Just
Okay.
go. Cause we can't wait too much longer.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Traveling to Hanamuno.
I forget. You gotta watch our language, my bad.
Yeah, you're gonna get me in trouble with
is
Trill,
this a
dude.
clean stream?
Yeah, no cussing.
I don't even know if they wanted to defend or attack first. I just started it.
Yeah, so just don't cuss.
Okay.
Or if you like, just censor any cuss words.
Gosh darn it, I meant not.
Yeah. Because if you don't, Trill will be mad at me, not you. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna have Glass and Foot on the attacking side. As we said, some changes coming in from the previous map. I'm excited to see Casual again, but I'm more gonna be again focused on Jay Coley. I think he's such an underrated player, and seeing him play here is gonna be amazing. Especially just we haven't seen Orisa out of the guy, so I'm curious if they can keep this up against the team that's gonna be running the Orisa Sigma.
Yeah, it'll be super interesting. Jay Coley on the Rhine and then
Attackers
ninth
incoming
god on
in
Diva.
30
Kind of an
seconds.
off meta pick right now.
Yeah, I think picking the diva here is something I'm not a fan of. I wanted to see Sigma. I don't think running a diva right in the moment in a double shell meta is very valuable, and keeping chaos
I
in would
think
have been better if you were gonna run him off. I think.
I think what they're looking to do with the Diva is shut down the left window where you can often see Hanzo's Widows spamming out of. Maybe they're expecting a hit scan and they want to contest that.
Attackers
Other than
incoming.
that, you would really want Sigma at this
Defend
point.
objective A.
Yeah.
But getting into it, it looks like we have a Symmetra strat with a Tracer. Looking like they're going to rush straight on the point. Beautiful Maywall.
Looks like both teams are running that Symmetra, and this is going to be interesting considering that we know Glass and Foot wants to make the teleport, but if the Valkyries can just teleport right back onto it as well, it's not really worth it. Casual is going to go behind and try to get in, and looks like they are going to make the teleport in
Oh, wow. They
anyways.
all through. Now the mortar is being isolated, kept up
And
by
there's gonna be a DMAC onto the diva, and J. Coley dying is not what this team wants. The res is gonna try to come off, and she's gonna get it off without being punished. But Samer with I'm just gonna call him Luxky. A Luxky with a huge boop, but Casual is gonna get off Tinoco. But J. Coley dying, it's not looking in favor of Glass and Foot, and with falling as well, even picking off Danny, it's not gonna be worth it. For some reason, Casual invests the pulse bomb there. I think he could. Thought his team was more with him, but Pulse Bomb is going to end up being wasted at that moment. Mercy is going to be trying to get away as well. Lucio chasing her down, but it looks like she'll live anyways. And
yeah, Valkyrie's just really not like kind of valuing their ultimate here, just throwing the pulse bomb in there. But they're already back on another attack here. Had a couple of daggers.
Yeah.
Setting up on the left to counter J. Coley. Came in with the charge.
a huge charge coming in with Jambo dying. This is huge on the side of Glass and Foot. Glass and Foot needs to take advantage of this right now. Sewer Rat going down as well is going to be big, and with everyone, and it's just Glass and Foot in the kill feed.
Yeah, Glass and Foot easily taking that point. They just needed to get going a little bit. And even with the barrier coming in from Valkyrie's descent, Sim, it wasn't enough to hold off the attack. Great work.
Objective lost.
Glass and Foot taking that one, and going to be pushing onto this second point with a decent amount of ults. Their ult thing is not looking too shabby. On the side of Valkyries, it's kind of matching, but the fact they wasted Sound Barrier there was not in favor. They would have preferred to keep that ult from this fight, and this is exactly why. The wall coming out is going to separate Glass and Foot, so healing is going to be harder to perform at the moment. But with Super Ellis dying, a good majority of the team's damage is now gone too. It's going to be up to Casual. But Shatter's coming down, and Casual dying means both DPS are now dead. Super Ellis is going to get rezzed up. The Shatter was not really focused down on, but with Jeski dying, it's going to be looking in favor. Never mind, with and Super Ellis falling now, the fight is definitely going in favor of Valkyries. Sigma is going to go out, and it looks like I think they would have Valkyrie would have preferred to save that. The contest is just going to keep happening, and the Diva is going to end up getting DMAC. It looks like the Mercy is just going to try to get out with the Tracer. Ninth God getting staggered a bit there. A Sigma does come out at the end for Valkyries. I think they would have preferred to save that, but it doesn't really matter in the long case because Glass and Foot did invest ults just as well. It looks like they're going to be coming out. They're going to have
One
Diva
thing I'm
Bomb.
looking at in this matchup is Valkyrie's Descent has way more healing. When you're running that Moira, you want the fights to last longer, whereas Glass and Foot is just trying to run in and end it quickly with a Mercy Lucy combo.
Yeah, I think also running the McCree here is not going to be really the play. The Doomfist does end up dying here. That's really huge if you're Glass and Foot. They do have spawn advantage, but that's a majority of the damage. The Pulse Bomb is going to go into the Diva. That's probably not the best target there, but never mind. The McCree proves to be useful, killing the ulting. Oh wait, no, she wasn't ulting. Never mind. Jambo. J. Coley is on point, trying to get frozen. And it looks like it's going to be all Glass and Foot in the kill feed again. And Doom is going to die, but he's going to pick up Super Ellis at the same time. He does have spawn advantage, so Super Ellis is going to be gone for a bit longer than the Doom will. There's going to be a Valk popped as well, and the Diva is going to die, but she's stalled long enough for the Moira to stay alive as well. And the Mayo is going to come out. A huge beat, but the freeze is still there. And there's going to be a bomb coming out. The bomb is not going to get any... Well, never mind. Jeski goes behind the shield. It does get the May. And there is going to be another Shatter coming out. So it doesn't really get anything. And Meteor Strike is going to come out as well. It's just pure stall, and it's going to be an even better stall with this beat coming out as well. The Doomfist is going to pick up Serenity, and the majority of the heals for Glass and Foot is now dead. There's going to be a charge coming out from J. Coley, but it's not going to really hit anything too valuable. The Diva for on the side of Glass and Foot does get demeched, and it looks like this is going to be all Valkyrie's Descent in the kill feed.
Yeah, Valkyrie's
With
Descent
Super Ellis
pulling this
and
back
Casual
from what
dying.
was ostensibly just a stagger, and now they're able to hold. Valkyrie's Descent really showing some good play there to win that.
Yeah, the Moira and the Diva was a really good stall there, and just not being able to pick them off fast enough, Glass and Foot not having the target focus or the damage enough to really do it. They're going to be coming up onto just, at the moment, Sound Barrier and McCree ult. But on the side of Valkyrie's Descent, you're only going to have Diva Bomb. You're a little bit over halfway for your Mail, but that might be big. That might be a little bit longer to build, depending on how well this next fight, or how close range this next fight goes.
Glass and Foot look like they're taking the top right approach.
Maywall is gonna get faked off. It's just gonna be time, but with Danny dying, it's not gonna be helpful. Lucio going up top as well, trying to get a boot, but almost dies in the process, takes a huge chunk of damage. The McCree comes out as well, but it does get blocked off. But Lusky is going to die in the meantime. There is a freeze, and Jayski and Sewer both dying. Yet another shattered. It doesn't really get much. The Doomfist is back now along with the Diva for the stall, but is it going to be enough to keep this Valkyrie's team in the running to keep this second point?
They have a Lucio, and they've done it before. They've shown that
the
they
Doom
can
coming back up, and there's going to be another Mayo happening, and it looks like J. Coley mining up Dynas. A huge bomb's coming out though, and it doesn't catch anything. J. Coley doesn't die in the meantime, but Jeski ends up dying on the Mei, one of their best stall heroes, and with J. Coley not dying in the meantime in that fight, it doesn't help. With Sewer Rat dying, and it's just going to be the three people of Valkyrie's Descent. Valkyrie's Descent does get a pick on the Super Ellis with their Doomfist, but with Tinico dying in the meantime, the Doom is going to be on alone with the Lucio. The Mei is coming back out, and it looks like the stall, the respawns are coming in for the side of Valkyrie's Descent, but they have to get picks. With Jeski dying, it's not going to help. It's just the Hammond and the Moya, and now it's just the Hammond. The Glass and Foot does get a tick, but Doomfist does die. And it's all Glass and Foot in the kill feed once more. Valkyrie's not able to get a kick.
Here, though, Faded. Valkyrie's Descent have been losing this entire second point, but they got it down to 10
They
seconds
do
for the final attack.
stagger
That bodes
out
really
so
well for Valkyrie.
much time.
One thing, I think the big difference here, Valkyrie's Descent, their Doom was being countered every time. The Doom would go in early, and they were being countered.
I think what the main issue on the point there was Danny dying early every single fight was what was happening, and it just gave an opportunity every single time, because that was on the side of Valkyries, depending on the Mei and the Doomfist. The Doomfist is all about picks, and if that Doom dies early every single time, that's all your damage gone essentially.
Another really interesting thing to look at here is Valkyrie's Descent had a lot more heals. Glass and Foot wanted to take a quick fight with a Mercy and a Lucio, get some damage boost and get picks, whereas Valkyrie's Descent opted for the Moira Lucio, a lot more sustained. They were looking for those fights to last, and it worked out. They ended up stalling for quite a while.
Yeah, from what would have been like a 2 to 3 minute time bank turns into a 10-second time bank. So that is really impressive, but the thing is they do get time, and that for Valkyrie's Descent is not something that you wanted. You wanted to keep them going into overtime, so that way you could potentially win this map off of the next, off of this push, and then going into overtime rounds without giving Glass and Foot even the chance to get a tick or a point. So going into this, it looks like Valkyrie's Descent is going to have the same kind of plan that Glass and Foot did with the Sim teleport, but it looks like Casual's not going to have their kind of backup plan with their own Sim. They're going to be running Casual onto the Widowmaker. They're going to keep the Mei. Super Ellis is going to play the Mei, but with the Sim teleport going to be most likely happening, the wall is not going to be there.
Well, the thing is, there's a bit of tech you can do. If you're a really good Mei, you can put the wall right on top of the teleporter and instantly destroy it. That's not going to be happening here, though. Valkyrie's
the teleport doesn't end up happening, but Jambo ends up dying, and it's not going to be a good push for Valkyries. Both Immortality fields do come out, but it looks like it's going to be Valkyries dying first. The Ryan's charge is failed, and it looks like this is going to be all Glass and Foot in the kill feed. The thing I'm interested about here is we're finally seeing J. Coley on this Orisa, and I'm so excited for this. He needs to prove himself to be able to play this hero as well as Reinhardt, because if he can't, then he's not going to thrive in this meta. He has so far, but he's been versing teams that have not been like the most accurate based in skill. So he needs to prove himself against a team that everyone kind of considers a kind of mid pack to upper pack team. So everyone needs to kind of, he needs to prove himself here on Narissa as well as the Reinhardt.
Well, and the thing is, he has to look confident here, Jake Holy, because realistically, you can run a Rhine Sim with no problem, or a Rhine Sigma with no problems, but instead he opts for the Orisa. That shows at least a bit of confidence from the side
It
of
does.
Glass and Jake Holy.
Again, Jake Coley being
that's
one
a
of the star
perfect-
players, and there's an early pickoff on the Danny. Danny has been dying early in all of these fights, and it's really showing in Foot's inability to do damage. He needs to find a way to solve this issue if he's gonna have any impact on this game.
And that's the thing is, Danny is playing these carry heroes. Symmetra in this meta is a carry hero against all these different shields and barriers. He was playing Doom, he needed to get picked, he was dying first.
And see, that right there is the thing I was talking about with Foot just being a more coordinated team. They get an early pickoff on the Rhine, and notice that he gets frozen. But earlier, when Valkyrie's Ascent was doing the exact same thing, the Rhine never died. Jay Coley stayed alive every single time that freeze came onto him. So this is something that Valkyrie's Ascent is going to struggle with. They're just struggling on target focus, while Foot is one of the best teams in the league. It is not going to focus on something so simple.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Valkyrie's Descent here, opting in for the ball, maybe just to try and sow some discord,
Jambo
get in.
getting picked once. Valkyrie's Descent just can't get the point for a fight. They did one time, and now they've lost a member every single time they've gone for it.
And that's really all the value you get from a Widow. If you can get those early picks, that can stop a push, especially if it lands on a very important hero.
And once more, Sewer going down. It looks like they might go for the res, and it looks like the team... No, they're gonna back up. The res isn't gonna happen, and this is just time bleeding off the clock. If you're Valkyrie's Descent, you're waiting for your Hammond return. You're already down on to a minute, so you need to push in now, or you're going to lose this this map.
Yeah, absolutely. Valkyrie's Descent seems to have a lot more problems choosing when to aggress. Glass and Foot knows when they're engaging, they pick their moment and they go for it. Valkyrie's Descent seems a lot more staggered. Not gonna lie.
The Rhine trying to push in, and a wall's going to come out, and the Rhine is going to get focused off again. And he's going to die once more. This is something that needs to change. What is the point of running the sim if you're not going to teleport in? You know the May exists. What is happening right now with Valkyrie's Descent? What is the communication?
That's what I'm really interested in. I would love to see a comm check on the side of Valkyrie's Descent on why they're not pushing in together. You know they have the May. You know she's been involved. Nothing is done about it. Realistically, who can pressure this Widow on the side of Valkyrie's Descent?
The sim does come in, and it looks
like
like what the in the world shatter coming out from Tinico. Mr. Danny is gonna get picked off again, but Tinico dying as well. Even with the red zone, Mr. Danny, it's not really gonna be useful, and it's all Glass and Foot. There is gonna be a repro coming out, but it's not gonna matter, and it's just gonna be Danny and the Wrecking Ball at the moment. Wrecking Ball does get Uno, so this might be able to bring the fight back, but Dano dying does not help. It's just going to be the Wrecking Ball left on the point with the Straggers coming in, mainly the D.Va. The Wrecking Ball staying alive, and the D.Va is now rejoined. Jambo dying does not help, though. Casual getting a huge pick off there. He's not even going to be able to rejoin the fight. It's just a tanks on point, but Casual does die to Lusky. The D.Va does get demed, and with Sewer dying now, is all the sustain on the point is going to be left to the Baby D.Va, and there's nothing left of Valkyrie's Descent for that point.
Glass and Foot easily showing why they're the better team in this league. There was nothing that they could do on attack that went through.
Just an absolute showing from Glass and Foot, proving why everyone picked them to win this match. And it really shows in the point of communication. Glass and Foot is so solid, while Valkyrie's Descent just looks like a mess at the moment. They've been struggling in this meta since it came out, and so it's going to be interesting to see if they can bring it back. I had a feeling coming into this first, if they did not show a strong start from the first map, they would not be a contender in this match. And so far, they have not proven me wrong in that fact. They have yet to show up, and they've yet to prove anything to me of why I think why they should be a contender. And it really shows mainly in their teamwork.
Yeah, the team play is really where the difference is. You could tell a lot of these players had some skill. It's just positioning and coordination. Mr. Dan dying every single time they try and start a match. That doesn't bode well for you. Your Ryan getting walled off. What are you gonna do to that if you're Valkyrie's Descent?
Oh my god. Wish my controller would work. Okay. Next map is King's Row.
Jordy, I'm gonna have to ask you to please not be super toxic about this right now. It's one thing to meme on a team, it's another thing to be toxic. I don't know who you are, but just keep it fun, keep it interesting. Don't be toxic.
Okay, so Bolter, Casual. Casual's already on there, right? I don't know who Muscle is. Papa, Herf.
No, you're being toxic. Stop being like that, or get out the chat.
He's who the heck is this? Legit.
I can agree with that one, Tyler. Also, Alec, no, I don't
Also,
breathe. I just continue to talk. Sorry.
Holy, I believe that is correct.
Are you doing lineups? Hold on. I can check if you want me to.
Spectator. Kick someone from Specs. We need to get a player in. Oof.
Who do we kick? I guess someone from their team has to go, right? From GIF?
Yeah,
Because we're casting.
let's see, who hasn't played? Okay, they just played Unitomi and gonna remove him from the game.
Oh, shoot, no.
They're not on the roster, they're not in the Specs. Dizzy.
Jordy,
He's
this
back.
is your last warning. Either stop being toxic or I'm gonna block you. That is your last warning. It's
Seward,
different if
Sunoco,
it's fun and games, but
Josh.
this is not fun and games, so stop.
Okay, so I just need to put. God dang it, controller.
Also, it's fine, Tyler. I don't really care. I was down to
Dizzy
stream anyway.
for Mr. Danny Dan.
Cool, you have 9 accounts. I'll block all 9, dude. So stop.
It's blue. What are you streaming on Twitch or YouTube?
YouTube. And this guy is being heavily toxic, and I'm not gonna. It's one thing to make fun of a team like a joke hard, like in a joking manner. It's another thing to just completely do what this guy's doing to this team. It's not right. So stop. Okay, that was an interesting map. Valkyrie's Descent really's got to step it up here, though. This is a team that I want to prove themselves, but after losing to Eclipsed, it's such a negative, thing to go from not Eclipsed. After losing the Aftermaths in the way they did 4-0, it's such a negative coming into this match that I think they're in their own heads and they're making it less competitive than it actually could be. So I'm hoping to see more out of them, and I want to see some better communication to see them to see a bit of improvement.
This is where you wish you had a Mickey on your team, a Taimu, someone who can keep your spirits high and keep you in the game. Because mentally, if you think you've already lost, coming in from a complete sweep, you're going to lose your next game. And I think Valkyrie's Descent has a chance to do something good here if they just put their minds to it and get focused up right now.
Yeah, they definitely need.
So
the reverse sweep is possible.
They seem to be having team chat issues.
Chat issues, yikes.
Okay. Well, we wait on that. We can just kind of explain.
Damn it, Blizzard, fix your game. Dang it, Blizzard, fix your game. I'm sorry, you're having team shit issues. Could restart the game slash PS4? I don't know how to fix it. Can you also create a group?
Triton, apparently your old off tank says hi.
My old off tank, Mad
Yeah.
Dog.
I don't know. Just
Okay, it seems that they're ready.
no, it's between two teams.
They didn't say they wanted to attack or defend first, but they're ready, so I'm assuming they're defending first. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
whatever.
go.
Now entering King's Row.
Oh, is
Okay.
it Rocco Neko?
I think it's
Rocco
Fenrir.
and Echo. Oh,
Fenrir or Tyler Lowles? I don't know.
like
Initiate.
Oh.
I don't know exactly.
Tyler Dick.
Rocco and
Either way.
Echo is kind of toxic.
Okay.
I agree. I used to be on a team with them.
I used to be on a team with them too.
Alright.
So for King's Row, this is something that's gonna look a lot better for the side of Glass and Foot. They've been playing more aggressive, and to get through this first choke, you have to be aggressive.
Yeah. Dizzy is gonna have a field day here. This is a Widow map for sure. So if Glassenfoot is known for running the double shield, and we're gonna have to see if that Widow even gets value here.
But this is a Widow map, and casual
Dizzy
XP
versus
kind of popped
casual.
off last
Dizzy
time.
versus
Yeah,
casual.
can get the Anger.
Dizzy
Get the
versus
Anger.
casual. Let's go. Ah, Dizzy went May.
Ah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh,
double
casual
barrier,
wants Sim.
casual
Incoming
swap
in
now.
30 seconds.
I'm upset that Dizzy isn't gonna be finding the meta. He's known for hit scan, so to see him on this main means he's really trying to conform to the meta, which I don't mind. But it's like, if you're not known for a hero, how much practice has he been putting into it to really step up the game on it? Is he gonna be able to be as big of an impact as people would think he would be?
Who knows? Maybe in his scrims, that's all he's been practicing is to get ready for the meta. You know, you never know what kind of preparation these guys have.
One. Attackers incoming.
Casual is gonna be switching
Casual
over
switch back
to the Widow.
Objective A.
I don't know who invited me to a custom game, nor why.
Casual
look
is gonna end up
for
dying
the,
on the side of Glass and Foot. Dizzy getting the better of him in that little duel between them.
It's interesting off meta pick here for Valkyrie's Descent, putting Jambo,
Sorry about that.
Jambot Italiano on the Ana versus something a bit more heal heavy like the Mortar that this meta is used to. I wonder how that'll work out in or against their
They're
favor.
gonna be switching Casual onto the Fires. They don't have any hit scans. This can definitely be beneficial to him, but with they actually took out Jay Coley. I just noticed they put elimination in on the Rhine. This is gonna be devastating for Glass and Foot. I feel like because Jay Coley is just such a hard carry on that Rhine that to take him out is so detrimental to your team. Sewer Rat falling
Yeah,
is
you
gonna be
saw-
really important though.
Yeah, that's both of their tanks down now. The Casual popping off with Papa Herb. And it's just whether this Reaper can stay alive to really keep this fight
Jambo
going or
is gonna be
not.
dying. Both healers dying as well, and it's just gonna go in the favor of Glass and Foot. A really smart push from them, except for their Reinhardt charging in and dying. But they played really passive once it happened, and they were really smart in how they executed that fight.
Yeah, that's one thing I gotta look at. If you have the good Rhine player, why sub him out?
Yeah, I mean
Like,
Jay
why aren't you
Coley.
training up this guy to play on your Risa and have
Yeah.
the other one is the pocket Rhine?
So I think Jay Coley getting subbed out here is a mistake, but maybe it's just playtime issues. They wanted to give everyone some playtime, but I think Jay Coley here is definitely would have been is definitely what I consider a superior main tank. Jambo getting picked early is not gonna help. Bolter getting away with that for free.
This spell
And Casual
onto the soldier to
getting
counter Aura.
another
with the 3K.
huge 3K, and it's something that Casual's been doing all match. He has yet to been shut down on this far. So
Cough,
with
Smurf, cough.
with Dizzy switching over to the soldier, we need to see something happen between him and hopefully he can help shut down
Yeah,
this
but it was
fire
a-
more.
It was a great bit of tech from Casual. Did you notice the first person he killed with that barrage? His only counter. He killed the soldier first. Now Reaper in with the ult. Gets both their
Reaper
supports
does
down.
end up dying, but it doesn't really gonna matter. It's not really gonna matter because I mean the cart is still moving in this time, and the spawns aren't gonna be too great for. They're a little bit scattered for Valkyries, and with Sewer Rat dying, it's
This is
even
the
worse.
question- There's a question you gotta ask yourself if you are Glass and Foot though. Were those ults worth it? They're not even near the cart. Why are you popping those? Do you
I think
that
it is
gives
worth
you
it
some advantage, or are you
Because at the moment you're coming up on 5, and the team is still getting staggered. It's actually amazing that they're still pushing at the moment. Valkyrie's Descent really needs to regroup here, or they're not even going to get a contestation before the cart moves into 3rd. They're going to have Dizzy switching over to the Widow. He's known for this, and that's
Boom,
exactly what they
immediately
wanted.
gets that.
Casual is probably going to want to switch here. And there is going to have Jeski jumping down with the Reaper ult. And it's going to be pretty big, giving both the healers and then picking off the enemy Ryan with his own little shotguns. The Moira is going to get picked off as well.
Finally putting up.
Casual staying on this far. A huge aggression from Lutsky. That's going to end up paying negatively for him. He does have better spawning with Casual getting picked off. That is actually not... It's going to be kind of counteracted. Casual does need to switch off here. It's definitely not worth it to stay on it just for the ultimate.
Dizzy Spells is known for his Widow. Why would you even try and contest him on Pharah, you know? So it's interesting to see him take that long to swap. And he's still holding on because he has Barrage. Ultimately, that's not the move. Give up your ult and move on to a better hero.
Dizzy is quite a good Widow, so seeing a grab come out here actually, even knowing they had Coalescence, and legit dying to Dizzy once more is really bad. He's just going to pick off Dizzy with the Barrage, but it might be worth it. Bolter somehow falling off the map. I don't know how that happens, and the Shatter is going to come out as well though. This is a lot of ultimates coming out as well. On the side of Glass and Foot. This is a huge commitment, and it's going to allow Valkyrie's Descent to come in with not only Supercharger, but also Sigma ult. So this is really good, because it's a lot of damage to pump into the enemy team Glass and Foot. The charge is going to run in, but Sewer's not even going to get a chance to lay it down. And the team can just get on. They can win this easily with Sewer down. Jambo is going to die. Bolter died to Dizzy, but it doesn't really matter here. They're still in the lead. Legit doing absolute DPS things on Moira. And it looks like it's just going to be the enemy Moira on point. And that's going to be all she wrote for this round. 3 minutes left in the time bank for give, and this is something that Valkyrie's Descent, you just staggered in. You gave them free cart space, and it just didn't work how you wanted it.
And think about how frustrating that is for Valkyrie's Descent. You're trying to get out of your spawn, and then you get ulted? Like, what? How do you even respond to that as a team?
Yeah, it's so insane to see this happen when you're playing like that, and then you're just getting absolutely boomed. I mean, that's the best word I can think of. You're mentally boomed at the moment. Glass and Foot is just rolling you, and it's not even close. Valkyrie's Descent, you need to find something here, or else you're just going to continue to allow this to happen.
Absolutely, but they did start to gain some traction. Once they switched Dizzy Spells onto his signature character, once he was playing the Widow, you were starting to see some picks, you started to see some momentum. I think if they came out the gates with that, on Valkyrie's Descent, get an early pick, they might be able to cap it, maybe even get more time for Valkyrie's Descent.
Yeah, so VV does need to beat the time bank, or at least meet it to an extent to have a chance here, because Glass and Foot is gonna be aggressive, and they're at least gonna take first point if this goes into overtime round. So they need to have a good time bank to even be able to match it, because they play such a passive game, Valkyries does, that if they don't, it's gonna be hard for them to come back from that.
Yeah, Valkyrie's Descent is playing a passive game, Glass and Foot is playing an aggressive game, and we see what pays off in this meta.
Yeah.
Glass and Foot with a clear advantage.
They're actually going to have Papa Herf on the Orisa, so it looks like Illumination was just brought in to play the Rhine, and he's going to play the Hog now. There's going to be a Hammond Jesty getting picked off really early by Illumination. And the Roadhog being a pretty big factor in that kill. With the hook, pretty good hook, I believe. Casual getting picked on the Jesky as well is not going to be a positive for Valkyrie's Descent, a bit more of a stagger. And we've already wiped off 30 seconds just with 2 kills. 2 kills alone wiped off 30 seconds from this time bank. And Valkyrie's Descent still not moving forward, just playing safe. The Hammond is now going to finally push in, but he is going to get flashed, and he's no longer... He's dead. I mean, he had no mobilities whatsoever besides just rolling.
Absolutely beautiful wall from the side of Valkyrie's Descent.
They're gonna
Playing on
rotate,
the
but
very back
Chesky's
side
gonna
of
get
point.
picked off again. It looks like they're gonna try to rotate around, give their Hammond a way to push around, kind of like a choke. Bolter is gonna overextend and die for it, and it looks like they might be able to pick off another as well. Illumination getting a bit too cocky. It looks like Glassy Foot legitimately got too cocky here. They gave this up. Both coalescents are coming out, but Papa Herf is gonna kill off Tinico. It's just gonna be the Hammond on point at the moment. With if he can die, it might be really useful. Bolter is going to pop out his ultimate as well. It's going to be Casual and Tinico left alive. Casual is going to pick up a health pack, and Tinico is just going to be holding off this point to keep the Mei off. Dizzy's going to end up dying, and that's really detrimental because now you have respawns coming in for Glass and Foot. And it looks like this is going to be all Glass and Foot holding this point. The Wrecking Ball is going to try to come in, but he's going to get pushed off again. Such high
This is
beam
where
coming
you
out
look
from
at it.
Symmetra.
You look at it and you say, if Valkyrie's Descent played more aggressively, they had the point. If they threw the ball on point while there were only 2 people left, yeah, there was a sim barrier, but you can dance that. Glass and Foot has no reason having this point right now.
Yeah.
Because Valkyrie's Descent wanted to play it slow, take some poke. Now they don't even have a single pick, and there's only 2 minutes left.
It looks like they are going to be going through the hotel again. There's going to be a male, but Dizzy's going to die in the meantime, and Jesky dying as well. That's all of your damage gone. You're just going to have Sigma for main damage. And it looks like there's going to be a High Noon coming out as well. And it's going to pick off Tenico in this one. I do believe, yep, Casual is going to pay with it for his life, but it's not really going to matter because you're just staggering out all of Valkyrie's spawns now. And it looks like already Valkyrie's Descent is down to a minute 30 on their time bank, and this is not what you want. You are not going to be able to match Glassman's time bank with this type of performance, and it looks like they're still just not building up ults for one big fight. They're going to have, and they're switching over to the Mercy, so they're going to have around 2 to 3 ults depending on how fast Jesky can build hers, and Sewer can build his. But it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be close for Valkyries here. They're going to be switching Casual over to the Doomfist now, instead of getting off the McCree.
Yeah, and that may just be in an attempt to... You can punch the ball, you can punch the Reaper out of its ult, you can punch Sigma while he's, doing his suck maneuver.
Wall
There's
is
a
going to come
lot of
out.
counterplay you can get.
And it looks like Dizzy is gonna get killed by Casual, and most likely a res is gonna be coming out on that side. But with Tinico falling, wasn't really worth it. Jesky does end up picking Casual, so there's a big chunk of the damage. But Jambo dying is all of your healing. You're gonna be having to sustain with this Lucio barrier, but the Lucio is gonna die as well, and it's just gonna be the Reaper and the Hammond. But Dizzy dying is not gonna be useful. The enemy Zenyatta on Glass of Wood does die, but it's not really worth it for the ult. With Sewer dying as well, and you just used 3 ults that you really needed back. You're now just gonna have Reaper ult for this next fight, and you're gonna have to win off of purely that.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Legit
but
getting
that's a
picked
big
off
Lucio
is
one
really
back.
huge.
That's a lot of healing taken off from the side of Glass and Foot.
And the Reaper ult is gonna come out, and it is gonna pick off Bolter.
Gets one.
And legit dying very well may take this point for them.
Wow, at the very last second, Valkyrie's Descent comes in clutch and actually gets the point.
Valkyrie's
After
Descent-
wasting the Lucio ult.
I feel like Glass and Foot got cocky there. It was more or less legit just pushing off kills that they did not need, and just them getting very, very cocky in that situation. They do take it down to a 2 minutes 30, so this is going to be a pretty bad time bank for Valkyrie's Descent to go through Streets phase, but it's very well possible.
In Streets phase is always where you see people getting caught out. Generally speaking, if you can get it past Streets, it becomes easier after that point, but it's really easy to stall teams here in this Street phase, especially this first choke if Glass and Foot weren't contested.
I'm surprised they did not contest this first choke. It's such a good choke, but they're going to be holding out near the pub instead, and they're going to end up picking up Sewer Rat here, actually. So that's really bad, and with Lusky dying as well, you're not in a good situation. You're at a 4v6 at the moment, and Tinico dying, this is just all Glass and Foot. Once more, they dominate this fight. Jambo is down as well, and it's just going to be Dizzy on the point. He's not even going to be able to get a pick to hopefully make the next fight more favorable for them.
Yeah, and that's a nasty stagger. That's going to be at least a couple more seconds you got to wait for your Kree to get back. The Hanzo patiently waiting behind the Sigma barrier.
I do like that they switched to a Hanzo. It's going to be a lot more shield break, and it's just going to really allow them to put a lot of damage burst-wise into the enemy team. Dizzy is going to be going for a flank, though, and most likely going to be going for a flank High Noon, but I don't think it's really going to be worth it since they're going to have both Hog Hook and Lucio Bip here. And both healers on the side of They are gonna end up picking up the enemy Zen, but it's not really gonna matter since both healers died in the meantime as he was getting that flank off, and Casual gonna end up killing
Yeah,
Dizzy
you
as well.
spend
Jesky getting
all
off
your
Papa here is really good though. It's gonna be the Reaper trying to turn his fight back for his team. He's gonna end up
He
dying
was
though.
dancing, but it couldn't last forever.
Lucio getting two there. A DPS Lucio, the Reddit Lucio showing up for legit. Looks like Valkyrie's Descent wants to fight this though, and it looks like Glass and Fit's more than happy to. They are going to end up losing Vulture though, which is a huge chunk of damage, but they're going to have the Roadhog ult coming out from Illumination. He's going to end up picking up Tinico in the meantime with Dizzy dying to Casual. This is not what you want if you're Valkyrie's Descent. You have this is your final push really as a team, and it looks like you're already down two. Illumination dying is good though, and with the Reaper ult coming out, it's going to be another save from Jesky it looks like. Glass and Foot is going to have to back up here if they're going to have any chance of recontesting at the second point before they capture it. Bolter is coming in. And ults are getting committed by Glass and Foot here. They think they can win this.
And who knows, maybe they can.
The stall is here. Papa does end up dying though, but so does Tinico. This is huge. They do pop a zoning ult from High Noon. And it looks like they're gonna res Tinico up, but they're gonna lose Sewer in the meantime. And with a huge, never mind. I was gonna say Bolter's chunking huge damage into the enemy team. It wasn't really gonna be worth it, but it looks like they're gonna flush them off the point with the dragon, and it looks like it's gonna be Gift taking this match no matter what. Valkyrie's Descent can no longer win. Gift takes it 3-0, but they. Valkyrie's Descent still can play the next map for Pride. They can try to get a little bit of a victory here, but it was just all Gift, all match so far.
Yeah, there was really no contest to it. The only time Glass and Foot took a loss is when they had already won the point and were just trying to get aggressive stagger kills. They could have held that point if they wanted to. They were just trying to BM, honestly.
I gotta ask Trill.
It seems we have a consensus.
So I'm really interested to see what Glass and Foot does here. When they already put their second string tank in for a map that actually did matter, their lineup for the last match will be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna play it seriously, if they're gonna go for a more like meme heavy comp, because I mean, no matter what, every map can count later on in the season. So to see them already bringing out like players that are not they're not known for or known to have like some really strong performances from is interesting. On my side.
Yeah. And I want to see what Valkyrie Descent does here as well. They don't have a whole lot of subs, but at this point, do you think about switching things up just for the sake of trying things out? You haven't been able to get any momentum here on any of the 3 maps we've played. Valkyrie's Descent needs to do something, and maybe swaps are what can happen for you.
Okay. I'm so tired of these people right now.
One more match, that's all we got.
No, I'm not talking about the actual match. I'm talking about the people in the stream chat. I'm gonna ping someone else. Hey trainer,
Yeah.
do you know What we can do if people are being toxic in stream,
I think just ban them. Easy.
you just ban them. I'm allowed to do it?
I would.
Cause
But if they're
okay,
being toxic, I don't see why not.
yeah, cause they're saying some really inappropriate things about me and inappropriate things about other people.
Yeah, so you just take a screenshot and show, I don't know, Bolter or Chaos or one of the
Yeah,
mods, like, hey, I banned this person for this reason.
I don't know their actual things. That's the thing.
I'll just say you banned this person on the YouTube for this reason. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that it's
I'll do that.
Chaos, Herf, Ellis, Milk, Visa, and Ill. Okay.
Yeah, because not only are they being like rude to teams, they're making me uncomfortable.
Good, just waiting for the readies. Okay, got Valkyrie's ready. We're ready for GIFs ready. Okay, they're ready. Let's go.
Didn't look like a whole lot of subs happened here. Just kind of keeping the same comps for the most part.
I think we got 2 subs on the side of GIF. Or was it 3?
It looks like
I'm
3
not
on
sure.
the side from. It looks like 4 on the side of Glass and Foot. Chaos
Was it
might
4?
be new, and I know Iza, Super Ellis, and Fresh Milk are all new names.
No, Iza was the Zenyatta in King's Row.
Oh, was it? You're right. Then it's Chaos.
Fresh
Super
Milk
Ellis,
is
and Fresh
new.
Milk.
Yeah, I think it's only the 3.
Okay.
Ready for battle.
Interesting look here from Glass and Foot. Super low heals, even more than with Lucio. They have Zen Mercy.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
But it looks like we're gonna get a mirror, at least on the side of the supports, for Valkyrie's
Okay.
Descent. Beyond that, we're gonna go for Sigma Diva look from Valkyrie's Descent. You gotta change something up, but I'm not sure the tank line is what you want to do.
Oh yeah.
4,
And we're getting Reaper Hanzo.
1.
For Valkyrie's
Attackers
Descent.
incoming. Stop the payload.
So VD looking interesting here, with the diva coming out. Looks like they're gonna keep elimination in to keep him some playtime. J. Cole gonna be staying on the bench for the moment.
Yeah. Aggressive Mayplay has to use your ice block early on in the fight. You don't want to see
They
that.
are
Then
using
canceling
Chaos
each other
though.
out.
So Chaos
They can
is,
kill Super Rat.
Chaos is the known May player.
yeah, he's the best man in the league in my opinion. And
Cough, cough. Inches
re-
of Doom. Cough, cough.
a really good May player overall. So DPS player overall. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he can make happen here. Glass and Foot have been uncontested basically on this push. Valkyrie's Descent are trying to fight the high ground, but if they don't step on soon, they're not going to have a chance to contest. And right as I say, it's Sewer Rat dropping onto point while the rest of his team is not with him. He has
Yeah, and it looks like GIF might be able to win this one actually. Dizzy falling is not going to help, but they're going to get res on the Sewer Rat, and with Super Ellis dying, it's definitely looking in favor of, them.
Yeah, Valkyrie's Descent
Battle
took
Mercy
that
kill.
win at the last
Teabag
second.
too.
All systems checked out.
Did you see the teabag from the Mercy as soon as she kills him?
Back in the fight.
Yes, awesome.
Glass and Foot coming in for another push here, and they have the ultimate advantage. They have the Pulse Bomb and the Transcendence if Valkyrie's Descent can even build up an ult that we have to use
Okay.
Transcendence for.
Valkyrie's Descent really trying here. Looks like Glass and Foot is going to be taking a bit more of a different approach, taking the high ground, going to be coming down. And there's going to be an ult coming out from Chaos. Super Ellis dying doesn't help, but it looks like it's going to be, besides that, it's going to be all Glass and Foot in the kill feed. Surat does end up getting res, but will it be enough with him getting frozen once more? Surat does end up dying once more. And there's going to be a reroll coming out. And that's a huge stun coming out from the enemy McCree to slash the Ryan into letting the Reaper get as much value as possible. The Reaper does end up dying to an enemy, and it looks like it's going to be the Tracer might trying to bring this back. He gets both
Yeah,
DPS.
Tracer and Zarya combo. But you have Jambot Italiano just sitting on high.
FX does end up getting killed by the Tracer again, and the Tracer is just going on a tear. Super doing everything he can to win this fight for his team. It's just the tank's on point. He does end up dying, but his team is going to be responding as well. And the res is going to come up on the Super, and with Chaos returning, this is so huge.
60 seconds remaining.
That's absolutely crazy.
The enemy DPS are back, and with Fresh dying, it's not looking beneficial to GIF actually. Super Ellis is going to end up dying, and it looks like it won't be enough, even with the hard carry from Super Ellis, to try to win this map. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, Glass and Foot had a really strong showing there. I thought they were going to win it with the baby levels of Tracer that they
Ryan,
showed from Super Ellis.
the score is 3-0 at the moment. Glass and Foot.
30 seconds remaining.
Glass and Foot showing some dominance, but it seems like when they bring into a more like benched roster, it's not really as strong. A wasted Sigma coming out, and there's gonna be a 3 ults pop in total by Valkyrie's Descent. They get two kills in total, but it's 3 now. It's really not looking good for GIF here. You try to bring in a new roster, you don't bring in like a roster that you would consider exactly a starting roster, and you end up finishing with so many ults in your bank. This is really bad if you're Glass and Foot. You wanted to get some value out of these ults, but to die with them before you can even pop them is really detrimental.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder, you know, if this second lineup is going to be doing a whole lot of work here for Glass and Foot, or if they should just keep it.
I think this is more just like giving their second lineup playtime, and Dizzy dying is going to be beneficial towards Glass and Foot, and with Sewer dying as well. Did they get just as cocky as Glass and Foot did in the last map? It might not, but a huge shatter comes out, and it looks like this might be enough to turn the fight. There is going to be a Reaper coming out.
Right into the Reaper from Jesse.
And FX gonna die as well, and it looks like that is exactly what's gonna happen here. It looks like Valkyrie's Descent got cocky and ended up pushing way too far ahead.
Glass and Foot at the last second taking the win. And yeah, the McCree's here, but he's going to be taken out. 2 minutes 29 seconds added to the clock here for Glass and Foot. And as we've seen with this team, that's more than enough time to push it to the next checkpoint.
They are going to trade Jambo for Super Ellis, but Jambo is going to get rezzed up while Super Ellis is going to come back and strong. It's not really going to matter since he's on the Tracer, but it is still a bit of a slow down for Glass and Foot here. He's back already though. But Super Ellis does die again. Dizzy and getting a kill on him, and Chaos gonna get rezzed up, but it's gonna Freshmilk's gonna pay with that pay for that with his life. Chaos getting killed. Glass and Foot somehow managing to turn this around off the back of some clutch freezes from Chaos.
Now they're sending Sim
A
on
Devo does come out, but the Devo is gonna get 2, but it's gonna get returned back with 3. Oh my gosh, a
Yay, Battle of the Diva
huge
Bombs here.
Diva Bomb from Tinico.
But now it's Super Ellis versus Reaper, a 1v1 for the point here. Ah. Decides to back away from the duel before the Kree comes in and Dizzy spells.
Assassin, I'm gonna say it once. Stop. I don't want to ban you too. Pause. Pause.
Smoke leaves the game
Yeah.
pause.
They do.
Oh, wait.
Pause. The fight's
No,
not.
it's a fight. It's a fight.
Has it started? I don't think the fight's really
the shield's
started.
right there.
Okay.
So no, wait, who's our third caster? Do you think the fight has started?
I honestly don't think the fight
I
started.
do not.
Yeah,
It
the fight
looks
hasn't
like
really
they've
started.
just-
I don't really
Okay.
think the fight started. Okay.
This is poking.
Kif only has fun when they're winning. I mean, isn't that kind of everybody?
I guess we'll wait.
So yeah, they're always having fun. Good point, Tyler. Yeah, I guess we just wait for Fresh. He has like, what, 5 minutes? If I recall? Or is it like 2? I can't remember exactly.
But Fresh Milk said that her things died. I don't know what that means. Oh, look, she joined the game.
But one thing about that DC is it gives up ult charge. It's on the Mercy, so it's not as impactful as it possibly could be, but it's still something.
Wait, I'm not unpausing it, am I? Okay, because I have my pause binded to the left D-pad, and then I think they're good to go, right? Yeah, Fresh Milk is in here. Okay, ready? Should I ask the team so they're ready? I'm pausing.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
just unpause.
Let's do it then.
I'm pausing.
Yeah, I don't think... Because they have 5 seconds. They have 5 seconds to look, so it should be fine.
Okay.
And here we go, back into it. Jambot getting a kill on Super Ellis. That's actually huge.
冻住，不行！
Oh, Jambo actually getting killed.
Oof, the McCree all cancelled by the Blizzard.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of ults are going to be committed here by Valkyrie's Ascent.
Yeah, but you won the team fight. Ultimately, that's what you needed, is some momentum, and that's one way to
Yeah, and it's not really like it's that bad of a disadvantage because looking at Gift's ult economy as well, it isn't great. It's kind of matching with just Super Ellis having the pulse round, which won't really be too big unless FX gets picked off here. FX going dangerously low.
You gotta be so scared of that McCree as your tracer. Or maybe not. Maybe you'll just get the kill.
And McCree does end up dying, and he does end up getting Jambo as well, but the McCree does get res, so it's a 5v6 at the moment. But with Jeski going down, it's going to be a 4v6, and the Valkyrie Mercy is going to have to put so much healing onto this team. The Diva trying to back up a little bit. It looks like she is going to get demech, and with the Mercy going up there to help her, Dizzy does end up returning, but Sewer dies in the meantime. It looks like it's all Gif in the kill feed once more. It's just the healers.
For sure. Both supports coming in, trying to get a res, but gets moved away from it. Good discipline on the side of Glass Input here. Reaper coming in, he can get some good stall. And there's not like there's a Mei here or anyone to really stop him. He can just pour damage in. If it's a Mook, it doesn't kill him first. Which is exactly what we saw happen here. The Discord, the headshot, you're gone, Jashiki.
Yeah, a really good push on the side of Glass and Foot. Valkyrie's Ascent, they used a lot in the last fight, ultimate-wise, and it really showed, but I feel like it was such an even fight that it was more off of who the better team was in neutral fights, and it just happened to prove to be not to be Valkyrie's Ascent. Dizzy is going to get pushed up a little bit. The Mercy's going to heal him up, though, and keep him alive, so there's no stagger here.
But here's the thing, it's starting to look a lot more even in this matchup. As opposed to Glass and Foot just rolling him over, Valkyrie's Descent is now putting up a fight. It got Dizzy
Yeah.
countering the Tracer.
The one thing
and
I
then
would be
got,
worried about is it's kind of like not like a starting roster versus a roster of people that was starting. So it kind of scares me about Valkyrie's Descent's ability to really contend in the league this year.
不洗澡。
30 seconds.
Oh yeah, and the Blizzard right out of spawn. All you have to do is kill the Diva, kill the Moira. Now Reaper's in.
There's going to be
There's
3
actually a
stalls
good
at the
amount
moment.
of
2 stalls right now, and it's just going to be Jambo on point. Dying. Dizzy is going to die as well with FX and Tinico falling, and it's just the Hammond, and the Hammond's going to fall as well. So they are going to end up capping with time as well.
Into the iris.
Oh, and the BM ults at the end. Wow. Great performance here by Glass and Foot, but still only down to 12 seconds. Valkyrie's Descent did hold a lot of time off.
Initiating match.
Okay, someone blocked him. Thank you, whoever blocked him. I was going to do it, but I just wanted to cast before I did. So yeah, a great push for Glass and Foot, but Valkyrie's Descent, you gotta be kind of upset with that. You almost full hold, and you almost hold second, but both times you get just a little bit too cocky there, and you just end up losing it. It's so detrimental.
Yeah, especially for the mind state on the side of Valkyrie's Descent.
Ready for battle.
You could have had a really good shot there, and you took time off the clock, but you aren't able to full hold them. And we've seen Glass and Foot's defense is really good.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Junkrat just doing
Hey,
Junkrat
what was
things.
the name of the people being toxic? So I can tell it to Clarity.
I already blocked I think I blocked the Chris guy was toxic. I blocked I already blocked the Jordan guy and the Jordy guy. I think I blocked Chris as well. Yeah, he's blocked now. I think that was it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. It was just those guys.
Okay.
Incoming.
It was like there was
Yeah,
like
the
4 or 5 in total, but they all blocked now. Thank you.
oh wow.
Immediately Valkyrie's Descent getting split here.
Yeah.
Taking a bunch of different angles.
Super
getting
is gonna get
crossfire.
res. The Jesse's gonna end up dying, so it's still a 5-6. But with Fresh dying and with the D-Mech onto the enemy Diva, it's not looking too great on the side of Glass and Foot. They are gonna end up taking Jambo, so it's
Yeah, and
still
that's a huge
holdable.
pick. Any pick you can do here gets a bit of time for your people to come back. Once you start getting bodies on target, you can start to defend better.
The barrier is gonna
Right
end up
now,
getting destroyed by the
Chaos
Rhine. Illumination
Wait.
dying to Dizzy, and I don't know if he got like a step out of bounds or of his shield, or if he just got like air shot. I didn't really get to catch that one. Chaos is gonna find a way to stay alive, and it looks like Super Ellis might just carry this fight back for his team.
Yeah, Super Ellis has been putting on an amazing performance from this guy. He was carrying on Tracer, now he's doing really good work on Junkrat.
Coming up.
And it looks like Glass and Foot wants to stagger this out, wants to keep this fight in play. They are gonna end up charging Chaos, the
That was a
perfectly
great
charged
catch.
time charge. It looks like ults are gonna be committed here. A weird trans coming out from Izamukit.
It saved him from the shatter.
It does save him from the shatter, but his team's already dead. They might be able to bring it back off the fact of it, though. And another huge bomb from Papa! He's been doing so great on Diva in this match.
I'm gonna shoot you down.
Oh, but if you're Glass and Foot, you don't want to see that res go through. The Rhine being
No,
back up.
and the D-Mech is terrible. The Rhine does end up dying, though, and it looks like the fight is going to get stuck out here. And another huge ult coming out from Jeski. But he does end up dying. Chaos trying to win this fight, and it's gonna be Chaos and Super really focusing down and winning this fight for the team. But in all, the hero play does end up coming out from Papa here.
One thing I'm noticing is on the side of Glass and Foot, they have a Diva. Why is Dizzy Spells getting so much value? They got 2 or 3 picks in the last fight as Tracer. You as Widow. Sorry, you have to be contesting that.
And there, that
now
die
we see
does
it
end
out.
up coming
Good
out,
adjustment.
but he is gonna get away with it. And it looks like there's gonna get a pick on the fresh now. The Diva's trying to keep up with him, but Dizzy does have a really good way of doing it. It looks like there's gonna be a grab coming out really early. The charge is gonna happen into it. They're gonna commit hail, but it's not gonna get out in time. They're gonna get the mercy as well. This might be another carry from Super. He is gonna die though. Never mind. It almost happens again though. The Moira trying to come back. It looks like he wants to contest this. And the Moira is gonna die though. A bit of a stagger, something you don't want to see.
Super is definitely putting in his fair share of the work here. He's always the last one alive, putting in damage and almost bringing it back every single time. Glass and Foot really taking a far back defense. They could get an extra fight if they just went a little bit forward, but instead they're opting to play back and giving the Widow all this space to work with.
They are switching onto a McCree to try to counter the Widow a bit, but I don't know if that's the best hero selection here. They're gonna pick off FX, and that's really huge because that's the Mercy, so they don't have the res anymore. They're gonna depend on Immortality Field keeping them up. But with so many kills going in favor of Glass and Foot, it looks like it's not gonna be enough.
And Surat just cut off at the very front of the team fight. No healing, no resources able to be given to him. He gets chopped down. Good win by Glass and Foot.
Get through this.
Dizzy Spell's really gonna have to put in some work to get Valkyrie's descent off the ground here. Has
Super
visor,
is gonna end up dying.
Then the May. This is the carry I was talking about here. Valkyrie's descent has a good chance with 2 picks early on. It's now 4v6.
Jeski is gonna picking up Iskamu, and it looks like elimination is gonna be just Dizzy on the Widow right now, trying to win this fight trying to win this game for his team.
They did not bully the Diva.
The team just don't know how to counter him. I feel like they just refuse to put emphasis on Dizzy's Widow, and they're just letting him sit there and get so much value.
Yeah, I guess Glass and Foot considers it an off-meta pick and not something to worry about. But Dizzy Spells is definitely a force to be reckoned with here. Now Glass and Foot just stalling for no time really. Die on card. And here's a huge problem with those stagger kills. Look at all this space Valkyrie's Descent can choose to take now. Look at where the Zarya is. Look at where the Widow's set up. And Glass and Foot are on the back path.
Yeah. It seems like Glass and Foot lost a bit of their aggressiveness with this new lineup coming in, so I'm a bit anxious to see what they have to be able to do.
Oh, but that's a huge blizzard.
It is a huge blizzard. If they can kill the lamp, that's gonna be perfect. And Chaos just trying to hard carry this fight a bit with that blizzard. That's the only ult they use, and that's really valuable. It allows them to build up some other ults while saving the ones they already have.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful play by Chaos King. I can see why he's considered one of the better mages in the league.
The reason these guys' messages are getting deleted is they were being toxic, and they were making some of their comments were not appropriate for the league.
This is my will.
What is this McCree flank coming over from the side?
Chaos does end up dying to Dizzy though. It looks like they want to get a huge shatter flank, and it's gonna happen most likely. He gets noticed, but it's a bit too late, and the shatter is gonna come out. And it looks like it's gonna be Valkyrie's Descent taking this fight for them.
Defense matrix activated. Nerf this.
Well, and it's a good thing I'm the streamer and you're not then, isn't it? Diva getting a... Looks like High Noon's gonna come out as well. It's not gonna get anything with the barrier coming out. The Super is gonna die. But Dizzy just popping off at the moment. They do end up popping Jambo's ult at the same time though.
Touch from afar. 30 seconds remaining.
The Rhine does get walled off a bit, but it's not going to be too great of a wall since they can just walk around it. And the freeze doesn't really get to happen.
Big grab
The
coming in.
grab
Dizzy's
does
stuff
end up
coming out.
happening, and Dizzy's still doing more work. Sewer does end up getting picked though, and it looks like they're gonna have the Mercy getting a kill on Super. They're gonna have Trans come out. Sewer is gonna get res though. And it looks like they're gonna send this into overtime. If Valkyrie doesn't even catch, it's gonna be off an overtime push. And it looks like they'll do it off the back of Jesky.
Absolutely carrying.
And it looks like Valkyrie's is going to send this into extra innings, but it's going to be in overtime, so they're only going to have a minute. But Gip is going to only have a minute 12 as well, so it's not going to be too long of extra innings unless they somehow can just pull out of 2 long pushes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Score 3-3.
A minute to a minute 12, so it is going to be Valkyrie's attacking first. A really strong showing from them, but it was mainly on the back of Dizzy. If Gift can do any type of adjustment to kill off Dizzy's momentum, it's going to be very hard for Valkyrie's Descent to really get any value anymore.
Yeah, and you can tell Glass and Foot's idea was to try and go McCree to counter it. McCree went on huge long flanks to try and take out Dizzy, but it just didn't work.
Ready for battle.
Like, you're taking all that value away from the team fight. But there is not much of a time differential between these two teams. Glass and Foot are defending first, and Valkyrie's Descent have to attack. If Dizzy pops off, it could get this a pretty long way if Glass and Foot can't find the answer to it. Looks like they're going Illumination on Sigma to try and cancel that out.
Okay, the reason these are... Okay. What is with these people? Just give up, dude. You're getting banned.
3, 2, 1.
Like, what is the point?
Attackers incoming.
I'm deleting these comments because they're all toxic. That's why I'm deleting them. God. So it looks like they're gonna have double shield coming out from the side of Glass and Foot, which is actually something that they haven't really ran successfully since they took Chaos off, since they took Nine and Chaos off of it. So I'm curious to see what it looks like here. Dizzy and Chaos is gonna get traded.
Looking at this as a response to Dizzy. You send your Sigma shield up wherever Dizzy is and just try and shut that angle down. Steve in the backline doing work and no one's turning to focus her.
She doesn't end up dying to the Moira, which is kind of funny, but it's just gonna be kind of a contest on the cart. And if Glass and Foot can win here, they almost guarantee a lockup on winning this map. If they can stop Valkyrie's Ascent from doing anything here. And they are gonna pop Coalescence, a great ult to pop early on in this fight.
Absolutely. You want to get some early value. Now Valkyrie's
Dizzy is gonna
Descent.
die, and it's all Glass and Foot in the kill feed.
With the visor.
And this is gonna, never mind, Dizzy trying to pop off and win this for his team.
Dizzy is truly putting in a lot of work for his team. He ends up dying,
Dizzy
but he put in
is a
battle.
hard carry for this team, and we are seeing it. We are seeing it every single time he's put in, and it's just it really showed on not only his Widow now, but now on that semester he really tried to put the team on his back. But this is almost going to be a guaranteed win for Glass and Foot. It's going to be really hard for Valkyrie's Descent to hold this team off for a minute 12 from getting this far. I mean, it wasn't a great push for Valkyrie's Descent, and I would not be surprised if Glass and Foot fully pushed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think even with the best DPS in the world you could stop a card going as little distance.
I mean, this
as Valkyrie's
is
Descent was
yeah.
able to push it.
This is really bad if you're Valkyrie's Descent. It's not something you're happy with. And I think not only is Valkyrie's Descent just not playing their best Overwatch, but I think they also have to be frustrated. I mean, you're coming into after the first map, you lost it clean 200-0. You're not feeling good. And then to lose Hanamura so decisively 2-0, to not even get a tick. You're feeling even worse. You're not in the right mental state, and you're not ready to win this match, and it just shows in the way they've been playing.
Yeah, maybe they can dig in their heels here. They are definitely a defensive team. Maybe they can dig in their heels. They have good staggers. We've seen it before.
5,
They're gonna have to pull a miracle here to stop this card though. We're taking a pretty early defense. Not quite spawn doors, but certainly not back at the choke.
I do like that they're taking this more upfront approach, but I think Glass and Foot does the right thing. They don't go for cart; they're gonna go for getting the win before the cart even gets moved, which is so intelligent. They're gonna send the Moira to just contest it a bit, and they are gonna end up picking up Jambo. And with Jeshi and Jambo dying and only trading super back, this is so bad. Jambo is gonna get rezzed, but you don't have spawn advantage for Jeski. Chaos is gonna die though, so that is gonna be key for Glass and for Valkyrie's Descent. But they need to get if Glass and Field wants to win, they need to get this Arisa off the point.
30 seconds remaining.
The thing is, in this push with Valkyrie's Descent, every person they lose is 3 times as bad as for every person Glass and Foot. The
And
respawn
they're
advantage
losing
is
so many now. And the Symmetra is gonna get walled off as well. And this is all Glass and Foot. Just once more. When the kill feed goes their way, it is they never lose a fight. And it's gonna be Glass and Foot taking this match 4-0. I thought I gave Valkyrie's Descent a map in my prediction, but they don't even get that. Even with Glass and Foot not playing their main people, it is insane what this team is capable of doing.
Oh yeah, Glass and Foot, they can put in whoever they want and put in on a great performance. Dizzy Spells really tried to put in good work on their team, and definitely he's getting a pat on the back at the end of this match, but the rest of his team just wasn't able to hang
I
with
feel
Glass
like
and Foot.
both the DPS players, both him and Jeski did really well, but I feel like Jeski stuck on the Reaper just a little bit too much at times, and it just wasn't what they needed at times. So I'm curious if that person just thought Reaper was the answer, or if they were just a bit hard stuck on the hero. I don't know, but they still put out a great performance.
I'm gonna head out later.
Okay.
Alright.
So guys, that is going to be the end of the stream. This was an insane match for Glass and Foot. Valkyrie's Descent, you tried. It wasn't a great performance, and it really showed in that the fact that you just weren't as nearly coordinated as Glass and Foot was this week. It was such a great match, and I'm definitely looking forward to see more from Valkyries, but I just don't think they're a top tier team. I think mid-pack is where they'll stay, and I don't know if they'll be having any success with future games against top tier teams. We'll have to see. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for putting up with the toxic people while they were in here, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and end it there.